Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers and Digital Empire Builders. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show. And today we're talking about mastering Facebook for your business. That's right. You can use Facebook to generate tons of leads if you do it properly. So we're going to give you some resources. We're going to talk strategically, give you some tactics and tips and strategies that you can deploy starting today to transform how you look at Facebook and how you utilize Facebook to grow your business. Super excited for you guys today. So do me a huge favor. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand and smash that show button, ladies and gentlemen. And let's kick it this morning. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from Thornton Online Marketing, home of the Beauty Biz Marketing Pros, where we want to help you take your beauty business to the next level. We're excited about today's topic because a lot of people are trying to figure this thing out. How do I use Facebook for business without coming off as sleazy, salesy, but certainly letting people know what it is that I do in business and how I can potentially help them? That's what we're talking about today. But I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to let me know what kind of business that you're in so I can potentially help you directly on today's show. Y'all know that I love to give you the value that you need and actionable steps that you can take away. So comment in the chat the name of your business and your brand. Make sure you hit that share button as well. And for those of you that really, truly rock with and support the show, did y'all know that Facebook is now allowing creators like myself to monetize our content? How do we monetize? By giving you value, and you show your appreciation for the value that we give by giving us stars. So I'm gonna pop the link in the comments to where you guys can actually go and purchase your stars. And if you feel so inclined that the value that I provide is worth a star or two, then you can drop your boy a star. So a couple quick announcements before we get started. If you guys have not been following the road to 7 figures on YouTube, check your boy out, man. I'll put the link to the YouTube channel in the comments. How many of you guys follow us on YouTube as well? So let's go to youtube.com/financial health mentor. And you can subscribe to us on YouTube. So I'm doing weekly recaps of my journey on this road to building a 7-figure marketing agency in the med spa space. So I'm excited about that. If you're in the business arena at all, especially in the digital marketing space, you might want to follow us over there and check out how we're building this seven-figure brand. Also, if you know any entrepreneurs that are doing their thing, man, and would like to see them get some publicity, then we do Inside the Hustle spotlights here on the Cortez Hustle Show pages, and I distribute that across all of my platforms, just so you know, to get other entrepreneurs who are really serving their customers well, serving the community. Just my way of giving back, man. I remember as a young entrepreneur, and believe it or not, I'm still a young entrepreneur from where I am in business. But I just remember looking for opportunities to get on podcasts and get in front of different audiences to practice my spills and my speeches, my hooks, and that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? I want to be that for other entrepreneurs as well, but they've got to be winning. They got to be serious about business. They've got to have certain things in place. So if you know any entrepreneurs like that, then tag them in this post. Tell them to inbox us so that we can go ahead and get them scheduled for an Inside the Hustle spotlight. And I want to share their stories and their journeys with our followers. Also, if you're in the St. Louis metro area, this Wednesday it's going down, the Black-owned business chit chat over at Trio Banquet Center and Rentals, 2021 Gulfway Street in St. Charles, Missouri. It's going down $5 per person. It's going to be a nice fireside chat about business. Where do we see ourselves in business? What are we struggling with? What are some things that, how can we support one another in terms of, sometimes entrepreneurship can be lonely, and we want to build communities where you can connect with other people who know what the journey is like, right? So don't meet me there, beat me there this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. If you're in the St. Louis metro area, be sure to check that out. So for those of you who are new here, we start the Cortez Hustle Show every episode with a quote of the day. And today's quote is, it's a long one, but it's worth it. It's from the legendary Jim Rohn. He says, make sure you don't go looking for exotic answers to success. Success is a very basic process. It doesn't fall out of the sky. It doesn't have any mysteries, nor does it fall into the realm of the miraculous. Success is merely a natural result that comes from the consistent operation of the practical fundamentals. I want y'all to get that, man. I don't care what it is that you're doing in life. There is a set of fundamentals that pave the way, that clears a path to success. It is your job to find, figure out, practice, and hone those fundamentals in your industry. I'm learning from Josh Nelson, seven-figure agency, the fundamentals of running a digital marketing agency that features website, PPC, social, and reputation management as some of the core products that we offer, right? So I want y'all to think about this. Name in the comments at least one fundamental for your business industry. What is one fundamental that you should be mastering in your industry? And if you just do that over and over and over every day, and you get super, super good at it, right? We talk about in football, man, blocking, tackling, catching, and throwing and running the ball. Like there's certain sets of fundamentals that you get extremely good at, then you can pretty much guarantee success. So I'm going to read it for you guys one more time. Make sure you don't go looking for the exotic answers to success. Success is a very basic process. It doesn't fall out of the sky. It doesn't have any mysteries, nor does it fall into the realm of the miraculous. Success is merely a natural result that comes from the consistent operation of the practical fundamentals. Are you consistently practicing the practical fundamentals of your business industry? Are you consistently practicing the practical fundamentals of building relationships, right? Being present, listening, understanding, empathy, like Are you practicing the basic core fundamentals required to have success on Facebook, right? We're going to talk about some of those core fundamentals, right? What are the fundamentals that you need to be mastering to have success in life, right? What are the business fundamentals? What are the relationship fundamentals? What are the community fundamentals? What are the fundamentals for whatever it is that you're trying to thrive at? There's a certain set of practical fundamentals that if you master those and you consistently operate in those, success is pretty much guaranteed. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by, of course, our good friends over at Thornton Online Marketing. All we want to do is see you win, 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 no matter what. If you're in business and you're kind of stuck and not quite sure where to go with your marketing, then I want you to text the keyword phrase local biz to 314-730-3999. Again, if you text the keyword phrase local biz to 314-730-3999, we'll set you up with a free business marketing strategy session, and we'll try to diagnose and help anybody who's building any business, right? That's what it's all about, right? So, man, Tammy says, good morning, Cortez. Chiming in this morning. My business is bringing people to, I think that's the name of the band, people.com, focusing on the underserved that deserve to start a business. We provide them with a work guide of basic essentials. Let's see what else we got. I love this. Basic essentials of startup business. I use this as my landing page to build my network. One fundamental I use is relationship marketing. Man, we're going to talk all about relationship marketing because most people don't see this podcast as relationship marketing, but that's exactly what it is, right? I'm giving you value for free to build a relationship and a bond. And ultimately, you'll say, man, if I get all this for free, what does it look like if we actually hire Cortez to come help us in our business, right? That's what it's all about. And I apologize, Tammy, that I can't pronounce your first name. So that's why I went with Tammy. It seemed easier for me. So we're talking all about Facebook marketing for your business and some fundamentals and some things that you got to understand. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to do me a favor. Seriously, I need y'all to hit the share button. Seriously, that's how we let Facebook know that we got valuable content. When people engage, when you guys comment, when you share, and when you like, heart, or thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, just engage, right? So hit that share button for me. And I'm going to put the number across the screen for those of you who may be looking for some help in your business. So Facebook, what are you struggling with when it comes to Facebook? Leave those in the comments, right? Let's see. Man, y'all got some names on y'all this morning. Tarisha, what's going on, fam? She says, good morning, had to share. I think it's great what you are doing. I know a lot of people, family and all that need to hear this. I appreciate you, fam. That is somebody that goes way back in the day with Cortez Hustle. So what are you struggling with when it comes to Facebook marketing? Do you understand the fundamentals of Facebook? So you guys know that in order for me to build my seven-figure agency, I understand that marketing and traffic is important to me as it is to anybody else, right? So I've got to be marketing my business the same way that I teach other people to market their business. And Facebook, believe it or not, is a great way for you to get attention, drive traffic, get people interested in what it is that you are doing. I promise you, if you take this platform seriously, you can transform your business. And here's one of the reasons that I love Facebook, because Facebook is one of the few platforms that allow you to dominate in all four areas and forms in which we communicate, right? So what do I mean by that? When I teach my clients to use to pick a platform when it comes to marketing their business. I teach them to choose the platform where it aligns with their primary communication style. See, I love to do videos. So for me, any platform that aligns with video creation and syndication are good platforms for me. So I use Facebook, I use Instagram video, I use YouTube because I don't mind doing videos. Now, if video is not your thing, then you got to pick a platform that aligns with your thing. Some of you guys are wonderful writers. So you probably should pick a platform that aligns with your ability to write. Facebook actually allows you to create long form posts. That is one of the few platforms, right? If you are a writer, then you probably should be using blogging more in your business and in your marketing. If you're a writer, you know another good place for people who love to write articles? LinkedIn. Especially if you're writing articles that are related to business topics, right? If you love to tell stories with pictures, then you got Pinterest and Instagram, right? If you love, and of course, Facebook. This again, Facebook is one of the platforms that allows you to win. If you love to write, you can write long form posts. There are posts on Facebook that are 700-800 word posts, and people read them, right? Of course, video, live video is great. If you can tell a story with pictures, Facebook allows for that. And then if you like to use your voice but don't want to be on camera, like audio, then Facebook allows you to use a platform like I'm using, StreamYard. And if I only wanted to do this as an audio podcast, then all I have to do is turn off my camera. And now I could use Facebook and this would strictly be audio for me, right? And I don't have to worry about getting up trying to get fly for y'all every morning. I can just come on, no camera, and I can just use my voice. So I love Facebook as a platform because no matter what your favorite method of communication is, Facebook supports it, right? So that's number one. The number two thing that you've got to understand, and I'm going to grab this article. Let me just show some shout out for my Jamaican brother and sister and Sancia Brooks. Hello from Jamaica. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. And I see my man Mike says, listen, man, likes on my Facebook page. I'm trying to get the likes up on my Facebook page. We're going to talk about some ways that you can do that, Mike. So, choose your communication style first, right? If you love video, then do video. If you love live video, then definitely do live video. Do reels. Those things are they're giving a lot of attention to those. We're going to talk about that in a second. So choose your communication style. And the second thing, before we get to women motivation, that you absolutely must understand and lock in on is the goal or the objective of the platform itself, right? Watch this. So inside Russell Brunson's Traffic Secrets, and I'll grab the link. If you guys don't have this, I'll grab the link where you can go get a free copy of this book. All you have to do is pay the shipping costs, right? You pay the shipping and this book is yours. Let me just grab the link for that real quick and pop that in. But he talks about the importance of understanding. Now he goes a little deep. He goes into understanding the origin of the platform, but he said at the very least, you got to understand the goal of the platform. So what is the goal of Facebook? He says Facebook, whenever driving, let's see. Okay. So he says, whenever I'm diving into a new platform, I always begin by asking myself these three questions. What is the goal of the platform? What is the strategy that I can use to help the platform with its goal? Not my goal, Facebook's goal. I'm trying to figure out, I'm on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I try to figure out, what is the goal of YouTube? What is the goal of Facebook? What is the strategy that I could use to help Facebook and YouTube with their goals? And then number three, what are the tactics that the platform is rewarding people for right now? So here's what you got to get about Facebook. If you want to get good on Facebook, what is the goal of Facebook? The goal of Facebook is to have its users create content that will keep people on their platform for as long as possible so they can show them ads. This is key. If you can get this, you can win on Facebook. The goal of Facebook is to have its users create content that will keep people on their platform for as long as possible so they can show them ads. You know what don't keep people on Facebook platform? When you create your post as an ad and that's all you post. So in other words, what is the goal of the platform? What is the strategy that I could use to help the platform meet its goal? And then what are the strategies that the platforms are rewarding right now? You know what Facebook is rewarding right now? Reels. If you're in business and you haven't figured out how to incorporate Reels into your business, you're missing out on some engagement. Whenever Facebook or any platform rolls out a new feature, everybody who adopts it early gets a ton of free engagement. That's what they're rewarding right now. They're rewarding Reels. If you're not using Reels, you're missing out on some of the rewards. Like, I literally last month had about $850 show up in my account from Facebook. I didn't know where that money came from. Apparently, my new profile just got monetized and I didn't even realize it. Now I got to go back and look and see, how did I earn the money so I can double down on those activities, right? So we're talking about how to use Facebook for business. On Mondays, we kind of reserve Mondays for talking all things marketing so that you can get your message out so that you can grow your business. I also have an article. If we get to it, there's 16 tips to creating, 15 tips to creating more engagement with Facebook. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get prepared for 1 minute motivation. And I don't even know if I brought the 1 minute motivation video in for today. So let me bring that video in. If you are new to the Cortez Hustle Show, then every episode we take time for what we call 1 minute motivation. That's where we share a short motivational clip, usually 60 to 90 seconds or so. And it's all positive, motivational type stuff. And I ask you, if you're able to type, comment your takeaways, and I'm going to give you a couple of takeaways. And of course, we show some love to our sponsors as well. So let's get ready for 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
So one day they had jeans there, American jeans, and then they had the pool walker, then they had an expander, and some barbells and some dumbbells and an exercise bench in the window. So I went inside and I looked around and I looked at this stuff, and then I saw a magazine. It was a bodybuilding magazine that had Reg Park on the cover. Reg Park was then a 3-time Mr. Universe. And I saw him on the big screen as Hercules. And on the cover it said, how Reg Park, Mr. Universe, became the Hercules star. That's what the cover story was all about. So I looked at the cover and I said to myself, I got to get this magazine. So I bought the magazine, I took it home and I read it over and over from the front page to the back. It had everything in there, how he trained, how he was working out in Leeds, England, in a factory town, how he worked out every day for 3-4 hours and became the strongest man of Europe, and how he won Mr. Europe, Mr. Great Britain, and then eventually Mr. Universe. And how he won the second Mr. Universe and the third Mr. Universe. and how he was discovered to play the starring role in Hercules. I read that and I said to myself, wow, this is the blueprint for my life. This is exactly what I want to do. I want to become a bodybuilding champion just like Reg Park. I want to get into movies just like Reg Park. And I want to make millions of dollars and be rich and famous.
Hoo-wee. I don't know if y'all caught those nuggets, man. Let me ask y'all this. Have you found that person that inspires you? Right? Arnold Schwarzenegger, I brought it in right when he was talking about going into the store to find that magazine, but he was 11 or 12 years old when he found that magazine. Have you found something that inspires you? Because he talked about, in order for me to have the life that I want, I got to get to America. And he didn't have a path to America. But when he found that magazine, he found inspiration. But not only did he find inspiration, he found a model and a blueprint. What are you guys modeling? Right? I see my guy Mark tuning in live from Dallas, Texas, right? I know that Mark has found inspiration, a model, and a blueprint in Grant Cardone, right? What is inspiring you right now, right? I found my inspiration in Josh Nelson, 7-figure agency roadmap. And I'm like, Cortez, if you're going to do this digital marketing agency on a large scale, you need to find a model, you need to find inspiration, and you need a blueprint. I found that. And then what did he say? He said he read that magazine every day from cover to cover. Once you find the inspiration, once you find the model and the blueprint, you got to study. Are you studying the blueprint? Are you studying the model? I study Earn Your Leisure. I study Social Proof Podcast. I study In the Vault with Ash Cash. Those are 3 of my favorite podcasts. They have millions and millions of views on their YouTube video, hundreds of thousands of downloads of their podcast episodes. They inspire me. I see them as the model, and they're leaving a blueprint for me to follow to grow the podcast. Have you found some inspiration? Have you found a model? Do you have a blueprint? Are you willing to study? And then the third thing he said he did, he had to execute. Like, he could have read that magazine over and over and over and over and over, but until he went to the gym, his muscles didn't grow, his body didn't start to transform. Some of us are learn. You're just learning a bunch of new stuff and you're never doing anything with it. At some point, you got to execute. You got to try and test your interpretation of the model. And yes, you're going to fail. Yes, you're going to suck. Anything worth getting good at is worth sucking at it first. I know that I'm not the best at doing interviews. I'm not the best at engaging. I'm not the best with my auditory skills today. But you know what I am? Better than I was when I started in 2015, 2016, when I started my first show, my first podcast. And it's still available, by the way. If you guys ever go out to iTunes and look up Talking Money in the Morning Live, it's still there, right? But nobody start out as the best. but everybody must get started somewhere. So find you some inspiration, find you a model, find you a blueprint or a roadmap, study the blueprint, the roadmap, and the model, and then execute daily. Execute daily. That's what you got to do every day. And do that without spazzing out over the results for 5 years consecutively. I'm not saying you don't monitor your results, but I'm saying I can't be comparing myself to any and everybody. I just got to be consistent for 5 years and see what happens. And see what happens. Right? So let's see. Tammy says, I mean, underserved people who have a desire just don't know how to bring their desire alive. As a network, I get an opportunity to send them now here to people who can take them to the next level. My numbers are small, but my community is growing. That's what it's all about, taking those baby steps. Mark says, generating leads 24/7, 365. Our perfect clone employee. Man, I'm telling you, this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. So that, my friends, is 1 Minute Motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by our good friends over at Thornton Online Marketing. Listen, man, if you're a small business, you need help with your marketing, then all you got to do is text local biz to 314-730-3999. We got a free marketing strategy session for you, right? It's a no sales pitch call. It's just, hey, let me help you understand what you got going on. If you got some great things going on, great. If you're missing and I see some holes, I'll tell you how to plug those holes, right? That's what I do. I want to see businesses win. So we're talking Facebook marketing today, man. How do we grow, or how do we leverage I think it's 1.7 billion people use Facebook every single day. Every day, 1.7 billion people are on Facebook. A lot of people are saying, well, Cortez, my customer isn't on Facebook. You telling me out of 1.7 billion people that use Facebook every day, your customer not on here? Of course they are. Of course they are. Everybody's on Facebook. That's why the government is trying to figure out if Facebook is good or not. Because Facebook has the attention of almost the entire world. Right? Think about that. 1.7 billion use it every day. I think 3 or 4 billion have an account. Like, that's over half of the people that are alive on this planet have registered with Facebook, know what Facebook is, right? That is powerful, powerful. So how do you tap into this platform? So I got this article, man, that I think is pretty helpful. So let me grab the link and drop it in there. This is from localliq.com. So here's the article, because you guys can go and read this entire thing for yourself. As you know, I'm trying to always give you the resources, not just be the source. I want you to go and do your own research, because there's all sorts of links that you can continue to go down this rabbit hole. So let's hit some of these real quick. If you guys got questions about any of this stuff, I know it's not Free Game Fridays, but you can ask your questions and I'll try to connect with you on those questions today. So let me just go back to the top of the article, because this was fascinating to me. It assumes that you know the basics, and I'm going to hit these basics real quick. Number one, engage users with relevant content. I think Mike said, how do I get more likes? Mike, the best way to get people to like anything that you're doing is to make what you're doing all about them. Think about it. You come and watch the show every morning, right? What is this show about? The Cortez Hustle Show is about the hustler in you. It's not about me. I'm studying this stuff for myself, and I could be selfish and just keep studying and just doing my thing and applying this and growing. But no, as I'm studying, I'm sharing what I'm studying, all of my resources, all of my mentors. Some of you guys have went and started following some of the people that I've recommended. Like it's when you make everything that you do about the people that you're trying to attract, right? This show is about the entrepreneur in you. And I want to help to develop that entrepreneur in you. Very much like Tammy said, I see a lot of people want to become entrepreneurs or have started their journey as entrepreneurs, and they don't have support. They don't have any insight. They don't have any next level information. So that's what I try to bring and deliver every day. So the more value you give, the more people that will like your content. And you actually have to tell them to like your page. It's called a call to action, right? I don't care how good the content is. If I don't tell people to share the show, it's not that they don't want to share it. They just don't think to. So I have to constantly say throughout the show, remember, smash that share button, right? So giving value consistently, that's all about them and less about you, is the way that you grow those likes. So if you want to be increase more and get more engagement, then be more engaging. And both senses of the word. That means you have to post the type of content that people want to engage with. And you also have to make sure you're engaging with other people's content. Facebook will never allow you to get a gazillion likes and comments on your post if you never like and comment on anybody else's post. Not only will Facebook not let that happen, the law of reciprocity is not going to let that happen. And this is one thing that I'm incorporating into my daily marketing plan, is that I spend 15 minutes a day and just go and engage with the followers of my Dream 100. The people who are already talking to the audience I want to talk to, I can go on their page. They've got 40 comments. I can leave an insightful comment, but I can also comment on the comments of the people who've already commented and engage with them, right? I want y'all to think about that. If you want more engagement, be more engaging. That means provide engaging content and engage with other people's content. These are the fundamentals of social media, right? Post regularly and at optimal times. How much did you post, Mike? I would have to ask you, are you posting regularly? And when I say regularly, it doesn't necessarily mean 5 to 7 times a day, like some people will tell you. If your cadence is Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's consistently, but show up every Tuesday and Thursday. It can't be Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I miss a Tuesday, and then the following week I miss a Thursday, and then the week after that I miss Tuesday and Thursday, and then I come back and I post Tuesday. And no, if your cadence is twice a week, then make that your cadence and stick to it, right? Post regularly and optimally. These are some of the fundamentals, and we're going to get into some deeper stuff for some of those of you who are next level at it. Respond to comments to further engage users, right? When I make posts, some of you guys know that whenever I have time, every day I try to go back and respond and like and engage with everybody who commented on this, on this page. Not just on the comments that you leave on the show, but when I post other stuff throughout the day, when you leave a comment on there, I often comment and engage with you on those posts too. So a lot of times we want to get to 10,000 fans, 10,000 followers, but we don't even engage with the 10 that we got right now. Your 10 will never grow to 10,000 if you ain't showing the 10 the love. Target the right users and build out your audience with lookalikes, right? Target the right users. So in Russell Brunson's book, Traffic Secrets, he uses Chet Holmes and kind of modified Chet Holmes' Dream 100, right? The Dream 100 says, I'm on Facebook, and you guys are going to, if you're following me on YouTube and the Road to Seven Figures, I'm doing regular recaps, especially a weekly recap, but you guys are going to see that on my page, now I'm going to start following the top 100 influencers that are in the med spa and beauty services niche. So Cortez, well, why would you start following them? Because they're already talking to my audience. You have to think about, how do you find the right users to come to your page? Well, there are organizations that all of the med spa and estheticians follow for news, for updates, for continuing education training, for products and services. Well, guess what? If my new niche, right, that I'm building my agency in, I'm starting in the med spa niche for two reasons. Number one, my wife and I are ultimately going to open up a med spa, right? So I'm starting in that niche because A, I just think that's something that's cool. But B, we're ultimately going to open up a med spa and a chain of med spas in the next 5 years, right? So if I know that my target audience is estheticians and med spa owners, makeup artists, then what are the top 100 brands that those people follow? All right. Well, I'm thinking that wherever you go to become an esthetician, probably the top esthetician schools in the country, that needs to be on my Dream 100. The top companies that sell med spas, all of their products. I'm sure all of the estheticians are following certain product brands that they get their supplies from to do their facials and all that kind of stuff. I need to be following those brands. Why? Because those brands are talking to the people that I want to talk to. They've already aggregated the people that I want to connect with. So I need to be following them, paying attention to how they communicate with the audience that I'm trying to attract. And take advantage of Facebook advertising and analytics to grow and optimize further. Always remember that a Facebook profile is cool, but a Facebook page is cooler, primarily because of the niche, right? I mean, because of the analytics. You've got to be able to look at statistics. My mentor, Brian Bain, would say all the time, you can't track what you don't measure, or you can't measure what you don't track, and you can't grow what you don't measure. So I need to be looking at my analytics from my business pages and seeing, okay, where are all the people who follow me from? For some reason, I have about 121,000 people that follow my biggest page. About 121,000 people follow that page. And the biggest population of followers are on the East Coast, New York, Jersey area. So if I'm looking at, okay, well, maybe I want to do an event. Well, Cortez, you live in St. Louis. You gonna do your event in St. Louis? No, because I ain't got no followers in St. Louis. Do my event where the biggest congregation of my supporters are, right? You got to understand that about your pages, right? So I'm gonna hit a couple other these things real quick, man. And then there's some other things that I want to share with you from this book. I think, speaking of the Dream 100, right? So you guys get the concept of the Dream 100. The Dream 100 says, I want to find the 100 people, companies, brands that's already talking to the audience, my target avatar. Because there's so much that I can learn from them. I can learn from the hooks. Like if I go to a certain page and see how they're marketing to my audience, that gives me insights on the types of things that I should be posting to attract my audience, because it's the same audience. Finding your Dream 100 is not a one-time activity, but instead an every time activity, where every time you're on Facebook, you should look for these new congregations of people and plug into them as they start showing up in your feed, right? It's critical to understand that you don't create traffic, you get in front of traffic. Facebook has, again, 1.7 billion daily users. The traffic is already there. Now you have to figure out who has congregated and aggregated the traffic and make connections with them. That's what the Dream 100 is all about, right? Because I can go one-to-one, and I can go and find and individually like pages and talk to individual business owners who are in the beauty services space. Or I can talk to one institution that has a group with 30,000 estheticians in it. What's a better use of my time? Even if it takes me 2 months to build and cultivate that relationship that ends up with me being able to present in front of 30,000 of my target audience, right? You got to understand. So a couple other things that we have to think about when it comes to Facebook, right? Make profile modifications to help to make it easier for users to find content. Ryan Jeffords, founder of car buying site Buy Here, Pay Here, recommends improving the user experience on your profile page by streamlining tabs, rearranging hierarchy, and including or deleting key tabs. You have to think about your page, and I'm talking about those of you who are serious and business pages. I'll show you a couple things on a personal profile page that can help you. But on your business page, everything that you do as an entrepreneur, you have to figure out how to wow your customers. So when someone comes to your business page, you want them to say, wow, this page is clean, it is organized, and it's easy for me to find the information that I'm looking for. And you have a lot more control over the aesthetics of your page than you think. So you have to look at things like the arrangement and the user experience on your page, right? 3 talks about trying Facebook Live. Facebook Live is a great way for business owners to build engagement, increase those relationships, but also to sell stuff. Remember what we said the goal of Facebook is: for users to create engaging content that keeps people on the platform for as long as possible so they can show them ads. That's the goal of the platform. So number 2, we have to ask, what activities does the platform reward? They reward Facebook Live. Why? Because Facebook Lives keep people on the platform longer than any other content. When I go live every morning, you guys get notifications. You don't get notifications when I post other stuff throughout the day. But when I go live, you get a notification. Why? Facebook is rewarding the activity of the tactics that keep people engaged with the platform the longest. So you can go live like I do with video. If you use a platform like StreamYard and you don't like to be on camera, then go live like this. But you can still go live. Put a nice picture of yourself and you can go live and tell people, hey, my camera is not working today, but I got to get this message out to you. And believe it or not, people will listen whether your camera is on or not. Come on, be honest. How many of you guys are listening right now while you're doing something else? You're not watching me, you're listening, just like a podcast. You're not watching the video, so the video is not as important. Some of you guys are driving, not paying attention. Some of you guys are working and you just you just listening. So my camera doesn't have to be on for this live to be effective. Some of you guys are letting the fact that I don't like to be on camera, but I'm a great orator, I'm a great communicator, I just don't like to be on camera, and you're letting that hold you back from doing live content, right? Let's see what else is on this list. I put the article in the comments, man. This is local IQ, so you guys can check it out for yourself if you want to read all of the different points. But the other thing I was going to say about live, how many of you guys have heard of the term social commerce? Give me a 1 in a comment if you know what social commerce is. We know what e-commerce is, thanks to Amazon, thanks to eBay, thanks to all of the early adopters of online shopping. We know what e-commerce is. Do you know what social commerce is? Remember the goal of these platforms, to keep people on the platforms as long as possible so that they can show you ads. Social commerce is the latest push for these social media platforms that allows you to sell your stuff and people to check out and buy your stuff without leaving the platform. That's social commerce. All of the platforms now, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube is the only one that I haven't seen do this just yet, but I'm sure it's coming because Google is now doing this. When someone Googles my business, if I have my products set up, they can actually shop and buy my products without ever having to leave Google. They don't even have to go to my website. That's called social commerce. That's why all of these platforms allow you to create a shop or a store on your platform, because they don't want you to keep sending people, hey, go to my website to buy this product, because you're sending people off the platform. No, they want people to be able to buy from your store, which makes you happy. The people didn't leave the platform, that makes them happy, so they can continue to sell them ads or show them ads, right? Pin posts. This is another big strategy that you can use, but you can't pin post on your personal profile. You have to have a business profile, right? Or what we call a page. And now you can pin the post that you want people to engage with, the post that you want people to land on first, right? That's important. I'll show you guys what a pin post looks like on the Cortez Hustle Show page. So let me just share my screen with you real quick. So you'll see right here, this post was posted April 14th, but you see that it is at the top of my page. So what does that mean? That means it is a pinned post. If I scroll down, you'll see that this is the post that we're on right now. So this post shows up below the pinned post, right? So you can use your pinned post. One of the things that's a good strategy for you to do is pin a post that gives a welcome to what it is that you do and what you're about. That's a great way to do a pinned post. Like your pinned post should just say, hey, welcome to this page. I'm Cortez Hustle. This show is for entrepreneurs who are looking to grow and scale their businesses, yada, yada, yada. And that could be your pinned post. So every time anybody lands on your page, the first thing they're going to see is your cover photo. They're going to see what you got coming up, if you got anything scheduled, and then they're going to see your pinned post, right? And then they're going to see your About Me section. But let me just go back to personal, because some of y'all, as long as I've been telling y'all to set up your business page, and because on your business page, you don't get as much traction, you're not committed to it, you always go back to a personal page. So let me go to my personal page and show y'all a couple of things that I'm working on, because this will help y'all. So one of the things I'm working on is I got a new cover. So let me go here and replace my new cover. Upload. Oh, actually, I need to download it first, because I don't think I downloaded it. So you can use canva.com to go and create you a Facebook cover that basically tells people a little bit about what you do. So when I send someone a friend request, right? Let me download this real quick. I'm gonna give you all this strategy. What do we got? Oh man, 3 minutes. Guys, we might go a little bit longer today, because I really want y'all to get this, right? So here's how you use your personal page for business if you're going to be using your personal page for business. I'm first going to change this cover photo, because now I don't just help any small business. I can, but I'm centralizing my focus. I'm narrowing my focus to those who are in beauty businesses, right? So I'm going to change this cover photo real quick. All right, boom. And then I'm just going to move it up just a little bit. All right, so how do you use your personal profile for business? Let's see. Should I focus on creating my social commerce or my web page? You need both. But if you have services, then social commerce is not working for services right now. They're working more for products. So if you are like me, I have services. So I have to focus I focus on my website, but you can focus on, like you're already doing, relationship building the network. But if you are a product-based business, then yes, you should set up your shop, because it takes probably an hour. You can have your shop set up. And once you set it, you can forget it, right? You don't have to constantly be tinkering with that like you might do your website. So now I have a cover photo that says what I do, right? What do? I'm helping beauty service businesses curate their online presence in a way that attracts new customers daily, right? This is my logo. Qualified Lead Acquisition System is the name of the system that I use to help these beauty brands. The other thing that I now need to do is, this is my personal page, not my business page, right? My intro, free digital marketing strategy session for service-based businesses. Text local biz to this number. So I'm going to edit my intro, and for up with your beauty services business or mid marketing, and sending a message. All right. So now this is basically, again, saying what I do. So and then I'm gonna hit save. The other thing that you could do is, now it's asking me, do I want to share this? So I'll share that as a post. And then the other thing that you can do is you come down here to your featured. So this is my featured images. Now this used to be Instagram size photos. Now your features are, or looks like Instagram story size or Facebook story size. So what I would do is I'll go into Canva, and then I would just design a Facebook, Instagram story size featured image. So I'm going to go to story, right? Because that is 9 by 16. So now I'll go to story size and it gives me the template. And then here's one of the things that people don't do when it comes to Canva is they go in and they think they got to create everything from scratch. If I go in here, it's already set on templates. So I want to go to beauty. Look here. Here's a template that is already about beauty essentials, right? I can go here. Here's another template that's about beauty, kind of different things that I do. I wanted to put a menu pricing on here. Like, we don't use templates enough, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a simple template, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to go here and I'm going to copy my same spiel here. And then I'm just going to simply pull in my logo, and I'm just going to put that message there. So I have another logo that fits this better, but I need a different background color because I need a dark color. Or let me do this. Go to photos, and this is kind of my photo that I use for this particular brand. All right. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to create an image. I'm going to position that backwards. All right. There we go. And I'm going to open my logo up just a little bit, and I'm going to create a featured image where people can see what I do when they land on my page. And some of you say, well, Cortez, the people who are landing on your page, they aren't, how do you know they're going to be beauty service people? I'm going to show y'all that in a minute. All right, so first I'm going to put my logo in there, and then I'm going to change the transparency of this picture so my logo stands out a little bit more. Boom. And then I'm going to change the letters to white. And then I'm just going to paste in my saying. Boom. There we go. And then all I'm going to do is open it up just a little bit. Because I want it, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. All right. So now I got an image that says what I do. There we go. Boom. And now when I hit save, download it, now I can pop that into Facebook as a featured image. All right. So now I'm going to come to edit, and then I'm going to add a new featured image. I'm going to upload. There we go. Boom. Next. And save it. So really what these featured images do is they actually move like a story. So now if I go here and look at my featured images, you see it moves like a story. And if I put 5 or 6 featured images in there, I could tell a short story back to back to back to back to back about what I'm about. And this is how you use your personal profile as a marketing tool without being spammy, right? So I know we are beyond 8 o'clock, and I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me this morning. But Facebook is a great tool. This is a great book. If you want to learn how to get eyeballs in front of anything that you're doing, click on the link in the description. Traffic Secrets, you get it for free. You just pay $8 for shipping, $9 for shipping, or something like that. or you can go to Amazon and get it for 25 bucks. I'm telling you, this is the truth, right? Because all of the strategies taught, not just for Facebook, there's an Instagram, there's a YouTube strategy in there as well. And it really just breaks down all of the platforms. So I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. I'm Cortez Hustle, and that's going to do it for us here on the Cortez Hustle Show. Until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.